Hi, it's Gus here. In today's training, I want to share with you how you can scale your own lead generation campaign. And we're going to dive into the ad account. We're going to check out more of the technical aspects, right? I noticed that that's what people really love. So I'm going to share exactly how to scale up your campaigns and also dive into the unit economics of such lead generation campaigns and the importance of knowing all of your unit economics, right? Otherwise, you never want to scale a campaign that isn't producing the ROI that you want, right? There's no point in spending more money on ads if it's already not delivering you the results that you desire. And by going through the unit economics with you, I want to share also how you potentially could dial in the certain metrics in your campaign so that you do get the desired result, right? That's what it's all about. Spending $1, getting $2, $3, $4, $10 out. Now, let me share a little bit the background of this campaign. So we're spending at the moment $100 per day, and the sales team is hungry. They want to have more leads, and the leads are converting. So we're going to spend $200 a day, which is 6K, from 3K a month to 6K a month. That's what we're scaling right now for a client. And basically the first, as you can see, the first 10 days of November, we spent close to $1,000. We've got 114 leads at $8.11. And the conversion rate is very healthy, 23% on the opt-in page. The average conversion rate, like worldwide on lead generation campaigns, is like 6-7%, right? So this is one is way above KPI. And the preliminary metrics looking also very healthy. We're getting clicks at $1.86 in Australia, 497 clicks. And the click-through rate is through the roof. It's 3.68%. So we achieve this by writing long-form educational style copy. In some of my other videos, I explain exactly sort of what styles of copy you want to write to achieve these results, because it just you can't control the cost per 1,000 impressions, right? That's what all advertisers pay on the platform. That's just the competition. But the way you can beat potentially your competitors is by writing better ads, having better headlines, having better landing pages, so that both your cost per click and the conversion on your landing page will result in a cheaper leads and will result in more opportunity for your sales team to basically close them into deals. So let me dive in the unit economics and show you sort of like what we're trying to do here. So this is the data that I've pulled from the ad account right here, more or less. So $1,000 spent, $1.80 clicks, 23% conversion rate. So out of those 120 plus leads, 10% are going to being turned into appointments through the appointment setting process that our client has. And that's just by dialing the leads and telling them about sort of the service and offering them a free consultation. So that's the initial offer here. And we should already have more than 10 calls on the calendar for just from these leads. If we close at 10%, we get one sale, and the offer is at 5K. So it's a program, so it's more or less 100% profit with this one. So that's the whole situation we're looking at. Basically, that's just the first 10 days of the month. Now, after a month, this is what we're supposed to get, our revenue around 20K, and we want to bring up the ad spend and basically spend 6K and have more revenue this way. Now, if like from some of our clients, what prior to us working together, what we came to realization is that like a lot of the metrics have been out of shape, right? So if that's the case, if you're getting very expensive cost per clicks, or your landing pages aren't converting the way they should, my advice is to tune up your copy, hire a copywriter, put more attention into writing your ads, writing your headlines specifically. That will have your click-through rate shoot through the roof and reduce your cost per click. So that's one you can dial in to improve your campaign. Another one is your offer on your opt-in page. So to achieve such crazy conversion rate, you have to offer something of incredible value to your prospects, right? So this could be either a free report or a free video training. If you're like in SaaS, they use trials, right? So those kind of like high value offers convert at this crazy conversion rate. So that's another important thing you have to have in place. And then on top of that, like the metrics on the telephone, that's really the responsibility of your sales team, right? So they should have appointment setters that can call all the leads, close them into appointments, and then the appointments should be closed into sales. So that's their responsibility, and you can fix that by having proper trainings, improving the sales scripts for both appointment setting and closing. And that's how you eventually get like the sales on the back end. So there's like two main components with each lead generation campaign. It's not just only generating the leads and kind of like hoping and praying they convert. You also have to dial in your back end and provide the necessary training for your sales team so that they're actually able to close the leads into sales. Then let's just dive into the structure of the campaign. It's pretty easy. We've used this for pretty much accounts at all sorts of levels, and it's a very simple structure. We've got an ads library where we basically constantly inject new ad creatives, new copy, constantly split testing different things. And as soon as something clicks in that campaign, that's when the creative is kind of allowed to go in the main top of funnel campaign, and we split test it across different interests. And eventually, as your campaign builds out, and this happens after spending, $2,000-$3,000, you'll get a sufficient amount of website visitors, people that have engaged with your Instagram, with your Facebook. You can start a middle of funnel campaign to basically remarket everyone that hasn't become a lead, that hasn't booked an appointment, and this way you can enhance the campaign, sort of say. So let's just dive into Wednesday. I'm going to share with you the metrics here as well. So $77 on Wednesday. On Thursday, that's when that's when we started to scale up. And the idea is with scaling is that you always want to go a little bit over what it is that you want to level off on. So in this case, we want to spend consistently $200 per day, right? But in order for us to get the appropriate performance, you must spend $250 to even $300 to go a little bit above, and then trim down the fat, remove all of the ad sets that aren't working. So as you can see, like really strong results on the appointment setting as well through the funnel. We book appointments through the funnel itself, and also there's a team that is actually dialing the remaining leads that come through, and that's how you can even get more appointments, right? So basically, in the ads library, we've been testing new creatives, launched new creatives as well. And as you can see today, it's been the data hasn't really properly come through yet. It's always good to wait a couple of days for the data to settle in before making crazy decisions. But we basically have here one interest tag, and we target Australia aged 18 plus, and it's a video ad basically. So if we just look at the preliminary metrics, it does look alright, right? So we've got 18 clicks at $2.19, and also very strong click-through rate again. So there's nothing wrong with the campaign. It's just like a matter of waiting a day, or waiting at least 5 to, I would say, like just let it spend one day at least to justify the ad set. If eventually nothing converts, then after one day, of course, you want to turn it off. It's just kind of like what I've realized with Facebook after managing millions of dollars. It's like either it does convert or it doesn't, right? There's no point in keeping it spending. Whereas with Google Ads, it's just like all about patience and kind of letting the campaign um, spend over time and adjust accordingly. But with Facebook, it's really like a hit or a miss. So we'll wait one day, we'll see how the new creatives are going, and then we'll make the necessary adjustments. So for day already, yeah, we booked one call, which is awesome. Let's have a look in the top of funnel campaign. So this is where we basically, as soon as we verify that the creatives are working and are actually performing. So if we just like go in all time since the beginning of this campaign. Here is where we've successfully identified winners, right? So some of the ad sets have been getting like leads at $6, ton of appointments at $45, and a very strong conversion rate there too on the secondary landing page. So this is where, once you've identified the creative combination of a headline, body copy, and an image, that's when you can put it back inject it into the main top of funnel campaign, and basically scale it up from there. And the way to scale up, it's very easy. As soon as you've got a working ad set, you basically just duplicate it like 5 times, schedule it up for the next day, and see which of the ad sets are actually converting. This would be a really good ad set to scale. For instance, launched on 28th of September, 34 leads here at $6.42. So if you wanna scale this one up, it's as simple as duplicating it 5 times, scheduling it for the next day, and then what you'll find is maybe 1 or 2 will stick, and then the rest of it you just let remove, and then you'll have another very strong ad set that will perform over a lengthier period of time. So what we found, like with lead generation in general, like the longevity of the campaigns, especially if you write long form educational style copy, it's very long. And one piece of copy can last you like 3 months, 6 months, even sometimes years, if you really dial it in and really understand your market. And that's really the benefit of having put a lot of energy into the actual ad copy, the actual creatives, and that's something we could potentially help you with as well. And then the whole media buying is just becoming so easy. That's the whole thing as well. The more effort you put in actually in the creative, the easier the rest of the performance is going to become. And then the final kind of like missing piece of the campaign. So after you've split tested your creatives, you found the winners, you kind of like testing them out and scaling them up in your main campaign. Another campaign that you can run alongside the cold traffic creatives is your middle of funnel. And the purpose of this campaign is really to remarket all of your website visitors, all the people that have engaged on Facebook and Instagram with your page. And you can easily group them in one group and serve them different style ads. So that's what we're doing here. And as you can see, it's running at a very little ad spend, as even spending thousands of dollars on this campaign is just, the audience is still very small. And the more you spend, the bigger the remarketing audience naturally becomes, and the more you can spend in this campaign. But it's really about fine tuning and kind of like finding the perfect sort of a ratio between top of funnel and your middle of funnel. And yeah, like the whole idea is that you want to find ad sets. Here we're remarketing everyone that has engaged with on Facebook in the last 180 days, and we're getting 16 calls at $25 for this one, right? So that is pretty crazy. So I hope I hope this video gave you some insights in the way to scale the campaign, the importance of the unit economics, and how to dial in your metrics. And if you're interested in having a chat with myself or my team, I'll leave the link for this unit economic calculator down below, and you can play around with it, have a look like what sort of metrics you want to aim for, what sort of KPIs you want to hit. And if you need any help, you can just simply book in a free strategy session with myself or my team. Have an awesome day and good luck with your Facebook ad campaign. Bye-bye.